Hi, here at Pixar, we do everything absolutely perfect the first time.
Now, John, I think you should tell the truth.
Why?
Because it's the super genius version. Come on, we need some filler.
All right. Well, in the early stages of story development, we really try to do it right the first time. But at times we come up with sequences that just don't quite fit into the film. We mean well, right, Lee?
We do mean well.
And so you're going to get to see two sections of the movie that were cut from A Bug's Life.
The first one is called P.T.'s Office.
And this was right after the circus.
Right after the circus.
Right after the circus performance. And it was basically P.T. firing them for a better solution to making money. And
we realized after we saw this whole sequence that it communicated perfectly just to have him say, "You're fired."
The performance was so bad, he was just repeating ourselves.
Yeah, it was so simple. I remember, but the scene was in the movie for the longest time, and we actually were getting ready to start animating it. And I remember I just had a sneaking suspicion in my gut that we just didn't need the scene. And John was like, "No, it's going to be so funny. It's going to be so entertaining."
Thanks, Lee.
But
thanks, Lee.
So enjoy.
Yeah, but you get to see the scene. And the other thing.
The other one is.
That's right, the other one.
We call it the museum opening. Is we had this idea that we
it's
would
like a prologue.
Yeah, we would open the movie
like a
sort
thing.
of in the future with an old docent ant that was giving sort of these little Cub Scout ants a tour of the route that you do see in the movie that spirals down the center, and they were looking at all the hieroglyphics.
The hieroglyphics in the route.
Right. If you look closely, there's these great designs that kind of mimic the way insects chew and eat leaves and stuff, and we worked in hieroglyphics that told the history of the whole ant colony.
And I think the reason we cut it out was probably length, and the other was it just had a sort of, if I recall correctly, a sort of a fairy tale opening that was a little too fairy tale-ish for what we wanted.
It was kind of similar also to a lot of things
yeah.
we've seen.
And it just ultimately, like just about everything we cut out of the movie, we just decided it wasn't necessary.
Because they just really weren't that good.
But this one's kind of fun.